Hello. In this activity today, we will be learning how to set up and execute a tillage operation using auto guidance on the South 40 farm. Supplies that you will need are a computer with internet access capabilities and a login with myjohndeere.com account. After we complete this training, you should be able to successfully navigate the setup of a piece of tillage equipment with proper size and overlap. You should be able to set up a new job and form the guidance AB line. And at the conclusion, you should be able to perform the tillage operation with automatic guidance. In order to begin, we need to set up an account with myjohndeere.com. If you already have an account, you can put in your username and your password. Or if you have not registered yet, you can create a new account. And make sure that you use an email and a password that you can remember. So let's log in. So now that you're logged into the home page of My John Deere, you want to go select the Display Arm Command Simulator. So we will click on that. For this operation, under the Machine drop-down, let's select Tractor. Under Implement in the drop-down menu, let's select Tillage. Under Machine Options, you cannot change anything. But let's expand Implement Options and pick the Vertical Till tool. The 2660 VT. And if we go to Display Options, we can select Large. This will give us a bigger screen. Now, let's start the simulator. It takes a few seconds for the simulator to load. When it does, a warning like this will pop up. This is in reference to the guidance being disengaged when you are traveling on roads to avoid injury. You must click on Accept. The tool is being pulled from the drawbar. The working width is 33.8 feet. So we need to set up this tool. So let's click Next. So here we have tillage. It's pulled from the drawbar, and its working width is 33.8 feet. If you really want to get in to the weeds, you can click on the yellow arrow and look at all the preset aspects for the tool in different conditions. But for now, we're just going to save. Now you're ready to set up the job. You can change the different aspects of the tillage tool. Look up past jobs and go to them. Start a new job. And once you're done, click OK. Now we will set up our working width and how much overlap you want on each pass. If we set track spacing to working width, we work the exact width of the machine with no overlap. Click on Custom Track Spacing right now. And we will leave a 6.20 foot gap. So that means we need to make our track spacing 40 feet. And that leaves a 6-foot gap of unworked ground. We want to adjust that down to overlap 1 foot because we don't want to leave a strip of ground unworked. To accomplish this, we want to take the 33.8 feet of working width minus 1 foot. That is 32.8 feet. This will provide up to our 1 foot overlap. So we put in a 32.8 feet working width because our total machine width is 33.8. This gives us our 1 foot of overlap. That way we are making sure we are working all of the ground without wasting fuel and time by overlapping too far. Then we click OK and save. Now we are in our home screen. We are ready to start to perform our tillage operation on the South 40. Before we begin, let's familiarize ourselves with this tool. We do not recommend or endorse one brand of guidance over another. We just utilize John Deere's guidance system because they have this training tool for a simulator that really mirrors what you would be looking at if you were truly in the field working with this equipment. But up here in the top, this tab, this is our steering wheel. So we have a broad sweeping turn. We have a sharp U-turn. We can increase and decrease our speed. And then we have our GPS location. This tab right here, this is our actual controls in the tractor cab. So when we begin to perform a task, this button, we can click on this and it'll bring up, blow up that section. And we have our 3-point arms. We have hydraulic remotes, 1, 2, and 3 to raise and lower hydraulic cylinders. If you come over here, now we have hydraulic remote number 4. Down here, this is our preset speed settings, and once we are ready to do auto steer, when we have our AB line set up, we will click that and the automatic steering will take over. Down here, this is if we have a PTO operated piece of equipment. You can click on that and turn the PTO on and off. So this is how we begin our tillage operation. We want to select a scenario. So we can begin tillage, we can repower, or we can import or export our data from our operation. And then this over here is to stop simulation, log out, or go back to normal screen. And you can make all those disappear with that. And this is an actual view of a 4640 universal display that would be used in a John Deere guidance system. There's a lot on this screen to digest, but let's take it one step at a time. So the first thing at the beginning, what we want to do is to set an AB line that the tractor will track from and work the rest of the pass with. So we want to set our track. And we're going to look at a new track because we haven't been in this field before. We want a straight. We're just going to do a straight back and forth. We're in the South 40 field. We're just going to call it track 1. And okay. So now then, in order to begin, we need to do a couple things. We want to bring this arrow back over. We want to be able to have our speed. We need to lower the implement. So we click and drag, and we lower the implement. And we want to begin our tillage pass. And it tells you, enable tree set, push SCV1 forward to retract detent. So that's what we did. We pushed SCV forward, and then we increase the wheel speed navigation tab. And that's right here. Okay, so we're done with that. We've detented our arm. So now we want to set our A point. So now we have to drive forward. There's our A point. Okay, so now we've just about gotten to the end. So we can slow down. And we can set our B point. So now we've got AB lines. And you can see here, auto track is enabled. Press the resume button. So now we have an AB line that we can follow that'll work us over every 32.8 feet to perform our tillage pass back and forth with 1 foot overlap. So we can do our turn. We want to bring this back. Remember this, we want to auto. So we want to auto steer. We want to lower our tool. And we can increase our speed. And we're following right back on the next line. So that's pretty much all there is to it. You set an AB line, and when you get to the end, you raise your implement, you turn, you hit your auto again, and lower your implement, and you're set to go. This is very, very similar to all the operations in the cab of a tractor. So it's a great opportunity to learn how to utilize this tool. And the main focus is to set your AB line and learn that that's mainly how you run your guidance. So that's all I have for this section, and we'll move on to the next. Thank you.